for a demonstration of ISTE 5.3, one of the first things I did was to seek out different professional development organizations online. I have long been involved in social media, so this was a natural place for me to turn for professional development and to use these digital age communication tools in order to collaborate with people globally. I'm frequently on Twitter, and so that was the first place I went. And from there, I was introduced to this professional development, or this professional learning community on Facebook called Secondary ELA. And this has been a great place for me to bounce ideas off of. Another one that I belong to is called Teachers Using Google Classroom. And again, I can talk to people who are actually using tools and get ideas from them. And I can really bounce ideas and to share and see what kind of new and innovative tools are out there. And this has been a huge bonus for me as a teacher, as I've become more aware of some of the issues students are facing. And I have made significant changes to my curriculum based off of feedback I've received through these professional learning communities. Also, as part of this is I created a voice thread, and I did provide a link to this voice thread regarding equity and the digital divide. And this is an issue that I think is really important as educators, that we realize that as we address students having access to technology, that not all technology is created equal, not all devices are created equal, and we need to be mindful of our students and what type of access they have. And sometimes as we strive to give equal access, we actually open up other problems, and we as educators need to be aware of that. Another thing that I did to show diversity within my classroom is through this creation of this blog for ISTE 7300, where we discussed universal design for learning. And this is something that was really just mind-blowing for me to approach learning this way. I've always said that learning isn't one size fits all. It's not even one size fits most. And with technology, it really helps us to be able to design lessons, to deliver instruction that really meets our students' needs in the way that they need. You know, and it helps students answer those questions of why are we having to do this? You know, how are we, instead of saying, you know, how am I being graded, is like, how are we going to show that we're learning? We're giving our students a framework to change how they're asking about what the day is, to get into more of this growth mindset, and so that each student is looking at how they're growing, and they realize that, you know, it's okay that if I'm not doing the same thing as my peers, because this is what I need to learn. And that really puts the focus and makes it more student-centered, and that helps students really grow, and it helps them to understand that as a teacher, that I respect who they are, that I'm aware of their individual needs, and this really helps in the classroom for student growth. And, you know, it's so important for students to know that, you know, as teachers, we do recognize that they do have unique needs. And using universal design principles allows us as teachers to take what students can do, what they're good at, and then give something that they're not so good at and help them bridge that gap. To, you know, students can say, you know, I'm not so good at this task. Can I demonstrate my learning in a different way? And UDL really helps us do that. You know, having multiple means of assessment, giving students multiple means of accessing the information, it really pushes students to want to try, because they feel like they are being heard and understood, to give them that chance to grow. Another part of this assessment for me was to create a website for our school as part of the REACH program, which is an advisory program, something that is a district-wide initiative, and to give students a chance to collaborate with each other. And as part of this, this is part of 6243, I created a study skills unit for students that would take them through issues like data literacy and help them understand what their data means. And I created some questions guiding them through different ways to access the information. And I created just this little website, and then had them go through and watch a video about growth mindset and setting SMART goals. And finally, they're asked to make a screencast, a tutorial of something that they learned to share with their classmates. And this allows them to collaborate and to think beyond their own needs and think of how this could be used for someone else. And this was a really great lesson for the students so that they could learn and share what they learned in a different way than just writing an essay.